Welcome to this session on concept mapping. I'm Sid Bundy, and in addition to being an accounting professor, I'm a caver. I'm fortunate to live in Tennessee, which is home to over 10,000 known caves, many of them discovered by my friends and me. You may be asking, what does caving have to do with building a concept map for my auditing course using an iPad? Well, I'm glad you asked. Hang with me. We'll get to that in just a moment. You see, not all cavers are the same. Cavers have diverse interests. Some are hydrologists, geologists, biologists, paleontologists, anthropologists. Others are explorers or cartographers. We're going to focus on that last one today, and I'd like to encourage you to shift your role in the classroom from explorer or tour guide to cartographer. Cartography is the science or art of making maps. You probably already know a lot about cartography, and I'm sure you can remember your third grade social studies lessons about legends and to never eat soggy waffles. You'd no doubt recognize lots of maps, even ones depicting fantastical places. And you can probably name several famous cartographers, artists who changed the way we see the physical world. You might have even watched John Green's TED Talk about fictitious towns being willed into existence because a map maker drew it thus, or read about this phenomenon in his book, Paper Towns. Mapping caves poses several unique challenges. First, by definition, a cave is underground and is dark, so the explorer or cartographer lights each passage one step at a time as it's discovered. No LiDAR, no GPS, no satellite imagery. Often you can't see the connections until they're illuminated. Second, a cave map has more than 3 dimensions. I'd like for that to be some sort of interdimensional wormhole. However, it's much more like an actual tunnel left by an earthworm. You have to map the 3 dimensions of the cave, the height, width, length, and length of passage, crack, or pit, and then the depth and direction and length of its position in the earth. We often find layers of passage like Swiss cheese or bowls of noodles. In education, intentionally building links to prior knowledge stems from John Dewey's theory of constructivism. Long considered the most important factor influencing learning and student achievement, prior knowledge is a multidimensional and hierarchical entity that is dynamic in nature and consists of different types of knowledge and skills. When students learn something without these connections, it results in rote memorization, a very superficial kind of learning. To me, that sounds like the human noodle is pretty much like a bowl of cave passage noodles. So maybe, drawn carefully, multidimensional maps could help students make connections and make sense of dark and complex content. As it turns out, research shows that just such maps are terribly effective at doing just that. The maps we build in education are called concept maps, knowledge maps, or mind maps. Concept maps place the main idea at the top and focus on hierarchy, and mind maps place the main idea in the middle. Lots of studies over the last 3 decades show that mind maps increase student achievement, knowledge retention, and motivation. We know this. We make maps, we encourage our students to make maps, and you're here to learn how to make better maps using your iPad and to use those maps within your online learning platform, right? I thought so. So let's get started. In caving, we take measurements and draw sketches in the field, but most of the actual drawing is actually done here with the help of specialized software. I've used a lot of different techniques to build maps over the years, from big flip charts to overhead transparencies to Prezzies to Doodle, but right now I'm in love with Miro. It's a subscription service, but you and your students can download the app and build 3 boards for free. Each board is basically limitless, so you can have 1 board per course and build maps for 3 courses. Here's how it works. First, go to your app store and download the program.